Ray last night was saying, just how rewarding it is to go through this stretch now and look back on kind of some of the growing pains that you guys were working through earlier in the season. Just your thoughts on being able to kind of look back at that and realize, that time was all worth it.
I think when you have a chance to look back at early in the season and kind of look at the things that we was trying to do and the way that we was trying to play and some of the things that was that we weren't able to do so well as a group, as individuals trying to figure it out, trying to make it all work. To look back at that now and see where we at now and to see how it's starting to all come together as the pieces to the puzzle is coming together. Everybody's doing their job, everybody's playing their part. I think now it's just the mindset of just going out there winning, playing basketball, not worrying about anything else, focusing on doing your job and helping others and trying to win the game, taking one game at a time. I think that mindset has changed over the past couple weeks.
Mello, you talked.
Go ahead, Fred.
You talked a little bit last night about how for you guys to be at your best, Russ shouldn't be deferential.
Yeah.
But the way that he's been playing lately, not just the aggressiveness, but he's been playing inside the three-point line a lot more. What's that do for the rest of you guys on the court when he's playing inside the three-point line like that?
Well, he's a threat. I think he realizes what's his strengths, his game, what he do best. And what he do best is playing downhill, getting in the paint. I think the most important thing that he's doing very well now is just taking what the defense is giving him, taking advantage of that. If they back up, he's shooting that shot, the shot that he normally takes, the shot that he works on, the shot that we all know he can make. And if they come up, he's he's going past them and making plays for himself and everybody else.
You gonna tell Russ that you cannot dunk him after you threw down that alley-oop last night?
No, I just tell him it's certain parts of the season that your body start feeling good and your legs start coming back. And for me, it seemed like it happened like that every year. The first month and a half of the season, you're trying to figure it out, trying to get your body right, trying to do things, and then it just clicked. Your body just start feeling better and better. The work that you put in start to pays off, and I think that's the benefits of what we're reaping now.
I think one of the ways talked about that before too, legs, getting your body right.
Yeah.
Has that been something that's been going on not just with you or Paul, but everybody in this season, and that's something that might have contributed to you guys getting off to a slow start?
Well, it's a lot of changes. There's been a lot of changes throughout the league. The way that teams play, the way that individuals got to try to fit into each particular situation, each particular team, and you're doing things that you probably haven't been doing on your own respective team in the past. So now you got to figure that out. You got to train your body to do those things on a consistent basis. And I think now, after getting through that period, it's starting to all come together. Not just so much of kind of on the court, but all the work that we put in off season and training camp. And every day that we come in and work, that work is paying off, especially physically. Guys are starting to get their legs underneath them. Guys' bodies are starting to feel better. This is that time of the season where you got a month and a half, 2 months under your belt, and now we're starting to take it to another level.
Well, one of the places you guys really struggled, and we've talked about so many times, was those third quarters. Lately, the offense has been really good in that stretch. Is that anything different? Is there any different approach? Is there any different take on halftime? Is there anything happening that's making that change?
No, the mindset, the focus, pushing ourselves, pushing each other to go out there and have multiple efforts and to play with a different focus, a different effort in that second half than what we did in the first half, because we know that early on the season that was a point where we were struggling at, coming out of that third quarter, and I think we turned that all the way around.
Carmelo, I'm curious to get your take on this. They're doing the draft this year at All-Star for players, and right now the plan is to not televise it. I know some guys have come out and said their thoughts on that. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on.
What is? I don't know the rules. What is it? You got to get drafted now to play.
You get voted in.
I know it's captains.
You get voted in as captains, and the captains pick teams pick up.
They
style.
pick the whole team, or
Yeah, I think they pick the whole team. And then
baseball style, MLB style.
Exactly, like the Sandlot, and they're not gonna televise that.
Well,
I'm wondering what your thoughts
I
are
don't
on
think
that.
you should. I don't think you should televise that. If that's what's going on, I don't think you should televise that. You know, I think that's something you should keep in house. I don't think everybody in the outside world need to kind of be on the inside of that. The flip side of that, you have a lot of players that's kind of mad at whoever the captain, whoever the captains are. You have guys gonna be mad, guys gonna be upset. Friendships could come into play. But I think it's a fun thing to do. I think it's time that you got to switch it up. It's time that you got to figure it out for the All-Star game. You know, bring back that excitement, not just for the weekend, but for the game itself. And if they're gonna try it, if it works, then they came up with a hell of an idea.
How's that going to play out? Like in 20 years, are we be talking about the huge rivalries in the NBA because someone didn't get picked for the All-Star game?
Maybe. That won't be my problem in 20 years. It won't be my concern 20 years from now. So I'll cross that bridge when they get there.
Would
Russ pick Kevin?
Huh?
Would Russ pick Kevin?
If he's the captain?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think it would be personal when it comes to like a basketball. I mean, talent-wise, I don't know. Why you asking him that when he came over here? I don't want to speak for him. I try not to speak for another man.
No, there's a video from last night of you're kind of laid out on the bench, but in front of the bench on your back, and the Russ and Valanciunas thing starts, and you just kind of turn and stay on your back to watch it. You kind of get into a better position to see it. When you were a younger guy, would you have jumped up and wanted to be in the middle of that?
Yeah, maybe. I still wanted to be in the middle of it, but it's a little bit too late. I was laying down. I saw it. Nothing really was going to happen. So keep my money.
You guys played one of your better games of the year up at Milwaukee with them coming in tomorrow. Just your thoughts on the matchup now. Both teams, I'm sure, have changed.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've grown a lot as a team in what we're trying to do. We're playing very well. We're playing at a high level right now, offensively and defensively. The Milwaukee Bucks, I haven't seen them play much, but I know the dynamics of their team changed with having Bledsoe and Monroe not being there. And I think Monroe not being there takes away some size a little bit on the inside, but with Bledsoe, I think it speeds them up, gives them another ball handler, a guy who can push the ball, a guy who can push the pace, take Giannis off the basketball, let him run out in transition, do some other things. But it's actually on us, to be honest with you. If we continue playing the way that we've been playing, and I think we have a great chance of winning the basketball game.
Alan, when you play with guys that get as many deflections as this team does, whether it's Steven or yourself or Paul or Andre Russell, do you have to have a different kind of defensive awareness out there to play around those guys because you know the ball's going to be popping around?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes we, like, the way that we sync on defense, like our synchronization on defense is sometimes to watch it is fun to watch. It's fun to be a part of it. It's fun to be out there. And when it's clicking, it's clicking. But sometimes we get so many deflections that at times you don't know where the ball is going to be at. A lot of times you look back on film, coach might say you got to get those 50-50 basketballs, but you just don't know. I mean, we get so many deflections, and that's something that we work on, in here in practice. And, something that we go into the game and say that we want to do that. We change the outcome of the game when we play like that.
Thank you, Carmelo.